should be live here, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. We should be live here. This is severe weather coverage for our viewing area, Southern Indiana and Northern Kentucky today. You can see we have a much different overlay at the top that shows you all of the active warnings for our area. It's going to cycle between each, and it's only going to be for the warnings in our specific area. So, today's coverage is powered by WXRundown. Go check them out. Link in the description. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're having a good day so far. But yes, we are going to be doing this live severe weather coverage here on the channel. You can see everyone. We got TM Pump in the what are you doing, Roby? In the chat. But we have some storms approaching Louisville, and I'm gonna full screen this, and I'm gonna remove everything else off of the screen here, because I think this is about the best thing I should do here. And this, we're gonna remove this so it doesn't take too much on my PC to run this. But it is worth noting that the Storm Prediction Center has put us in an enhanced risk tonight, and it's because we think that we're going to be seeing the front of this severe weather move through our area, and if we do, then it could be a little bit worse than what it's looking like right now. You can see right now that we have a few severe thunderstorm warnings entering our viewing area, so they're not fully in the Louisville metro area as of right now. However, they are working their way down here from southern Indiana, and you can see we have Bedford under a severe thunderstorm warning. This was issued by Indianapolis National Weather Service. We have a lot of severe weather entering our area. And I am going to switch over to the KLVX radar, which is our downtown Louisville radar. And you can see that right now we have a storm that's going to be south of Shively, and this is what was moving out of Oldham County earlier. But now we have to start talking about some of the storms. We're going to have some of these storms move in before the big line moves in through. By Henryville, we have a special weather statement, and also to the northwest of Corydon, we have a special weather statement. Treat this as your strong thunderstorm warning. You can see this is going to have 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so very, very strong wind gusts. And just to the north of this, in New Perkin here, we're going to have another special weather statement. And this is something that we're going to continue to see throughout the night. And the real big question is, when this line of storms reaches our area here, are we going to be in danger of some very strong wind gusts, which you can see is already indicated here on the radar. We have a very big bag of wind there that is going to continue to work its way southeast. But when this gets here, is it going to be as strong as it is right now, and is it going to get any stronger? Now, my answer is, since we have our dew points that are still really high, some areas, most of our areas now are going to be way less. Almost all of our viewing area, it's not going to be like it was earlier. It's not going to feel 100 outside. It's really going to be in the 70s for much of our area. However, we are going to have the dew points, and that's what's going to be causing the problems here. We have storms that are going to keep moving down, and they're going to try to continue to strengthen. And we have really orange in the chat. Anything in Ohio? Ohio right now, most of your weather, yep, it's fully out of Ohio. So right now, oh my goodness, we have a storm in Pikeville. Is this a tornado warning? We got a tornado warning here in Pikeville. This is by Ryan Hall, y'all. You guys know Ryan? Oh my goodness, he might be in that tornado warning there. Hopefully he's okay. Anyone that's tuning in from his chat, you can let me know if he's good or not. Ohio, your threat is mainly out of the way for today. But I also do one more live on here. You're going to be seeing some rain gusts, or some rain with some heavy wind gust. However, most of that severe threat is going to be out of your air for the remainder of the night. We have some storms entering in by Salem right now, and this is where, again, the severe weather threat is going to start to ramp up. Some of these front storms could take some of the fuel away. It's not going to take a lot of it, though. They're very small. And this big line of storms right here that has gone severe here, it is going to continue to produce severe. I don't think it's going to go back down for at least a little bit. We are still in a very good environment for these storms to continue. And you can see that lightning on there. That indicates that the storm is very powerful. So the main threat in this storm is going to be the wind gusts. And you can see the National Weather Service has gone ahead and put that out there to let you guys know. So the wind gust threat is #1 on the board. If any severe threats are going to be felt in our Louisville area tonight, it's going to be the wind gust threat. That's going to be the main threat. The second threat would be the potential of some hail. And there's definitely going to be a little bit of hail being possible. Now, the third main threat, and obviously you guys know what I'm about to say, is a spit-up tornado. And I do not think we are going to see that here. I don't think that's a scenario that's going to play out here. However, it is worth noting that the National Weather Service here in Louisville, or the National Storm Prediction Center, I should say, has put our eastern counties here, our northeastern counties, in an enhanced risk for tonight. And this is because we think the severe weather is going to sweep across the region, kind of a north or southeastern kind of trek. And there's potential that when this gets over this region, that this has a lot of fuel to work with and could get ugly. So, as of right now, the National Weather Service has put us in a 2%, and it's going to be for anywhere to the south of I-64 and 265 as well. But this goes all the way down by Lebanon Junction and Springfield down here in Kentucky, Bardstown, Brandenburg. You guys all are pretty much the cutoff of where that 2% tornado risk. So if you live anywhere north of those areas, that's where the real tornado risk for tonight is going to be. So you can see we have places. We have Jefferson, Shelby. We got up here, we got Bullitt, we got Henry, and then all of our Indiana counties. All of our Indiana viewing area is in a 2% tornado risk for tonight. So I think it is worth noting that that is. Again, the wind threat, if any, is going to be the maximum threat, like I was saying before. And here's just the wind threat to show you on a map. We have a 30% SIG 1, and it's going to be anywhere to the east of I-65, especially. Where we see that SIG 1 threat means that we could see some 80-mile-per-hour winds, which classifies as a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. And that's when we have very, very, very intense winds. Treat that like a tornado warning. That's the best advice I can give you there. If you ever see a destructive tag, that's when you'll get the alert on your phone, and that's when you have to take it serious. Treat that like a tornado warning. If we see one of those tonight, I will definitely let you know. But we've already seen a lot of those up here by Cincinnati today. We've seen a few destructive severe thunderstorm warnings. We've seen quite a few tornado warnings as well. As far as our viewing area, though, we haven't seen any warnings until now, and this is when the severe warnings are starting to pop up. As of right now, there's no tornado warnings, and that's worth noting. So, as of right now, we don't think there's a tornado threat until, and that's a big until, it gets a little bit further down the line, and that's what we'll have to start talking about. And you're going to have to look for little notches in the line that can show the potential of a tornado. We're talking about spin-up tornadoes. We're not talking about these large tornadoes that are going to destroy everything. We're talking about these spin-up tornadoes that could come for 1 or 2 radar scans, so about 3 minutes. And by the time the next radar scan comes out, it's already gone. And it could be quick impacts from these spin-up tornadoes. So we are watching. Once again, like I was saying, this is just going to be something that we're going to have to monitor very closely over the next few hours as it does finally work its way through our area. And I will full screen that once again here. I'm going to take some of this stuff out. So I'm going to take it out of here. Should be able to hear my mic still pretty good. Shouldn't be any problems. Take it off here. Alright. We should be good now. It's not going to lag anymore. We should have no more lag. If it does, though, we'll come right back. So, as these storms do get into our region, though, my power, hopefully my power is good, but my internet might go out. So, I'm going to be on here as long as I can. Pretty much. That's how it's going to be. Velocity right now, again, there's no indications that we have any rotation on these storms. However, it is worth noting that these severe thunderstorms up here are producing 60-mile-per-hour winds. And there's going to be little notches that we're going to see in the line where rotation can spin up and we have brief tornadoes that touch down and they can cause some damage. And that, again, is going to be the main threat for tornadoes tonight. We're not talking about these long track, big boy tornadoes. Not what we're talking about in our region, thankfully. You see, the lightning flashes are crazy over the last minute. There's been 745 lightning strikes here in our area. This should update to 745 here in a moment. 750, yeah. So there's been a lot of lightning in our area over the last minutes as these storms are drawing closer. But again, special weather statements are another thing we're going to have to watch. They can produce some gusty winds that can impact your home. Wind gusts around 50 miles per hour and penny-sized hail. The penny-sized hail is really going to be another thing we have to watch out for. However, the winds are definitely going to be the main threat tonight, as they have put us in that Sig 1 hail threat, or the Sig 1 wind threat. We will take a look at the hail threat, and we will take a look at tomorrow here. So the hail threat tonight, they have put us in a 0%. So we're not expecting hail to be the big problem tonight. And I do want to take a look at tomorrow, though, because we are in a slight risk as well going into tomorrow. And we think that there's going to be a second wave of storms that moves through tomorrow in the afternoon, and it's going to pose a threat for some more strong to severe storms. However, right now, obviously, we're now casting as these are working their way finally into our area. Again, no tornado warnings right now. We did have a tornado warning up here in Champaign, Illinois earlier, as these storms were starting to build along that line. However, now we do not have any tornado warnings. This is a very large cluster of severe warnings, though, so again, most of all of our area is going to get some sort of impact from these storms. Most likely, you're going to receive some sort of impact with the storms, whether it's the wind gust, torrential rainfall, or even some hail. And of course, I'm not ruling out that there's a chance of a tornado as well tonight. I just don't think it's the maximum in the world. We do have enough wind energy in the atmosphere still to support those storms, severe storms, and potentially a tornado. Again, right now I'm looking at the velocity, trying to see if we have any little notches. Doesn't look like much right now, and I will check our rotation detection algorithm. This is custom made by WXRundown. Big shout out to WXRundown. Go check them out. Link in the description. But it is picking up on a potential area of rotation here just to the west of Orangeville. And this is, you can see on our index here, this is going to be out of our viewing area. However, it is worth noting. It is on the high scale. So this is between 55 and 80 is what we're seeing in there. And if you don't know, that's exceptional velocity. And you can see there's a bit of a little velocity couplet that's starting to go there. So the question is, will the Weather Service issue a tornado warning on this? Well, it's possible. Right now, it doesn't look like it's in much of a... We don't have much of kind of a little hook poking out, and that's how we know if it really is starting to wrap up and if the inflow is supporting into the storm. But it is a little velocity notch. And again, these are the things that we can talk about. We'll have little brief tornadoes that show up out of nowhere. And then by the next radar scan, they're completely gone. And that's a possibility tonight. So I will keep an eye on this closely as these storms do go throughout the area tonight. It is worth noting the Weather Service has put out a special weather statement, and it's going to be just to the south of Jefferson. It is going to include Mount Washington with a 50-mile-per-hour wind tag on it and penny-sized hail expected. This is going to be for Spencer and Nelson counties here. And it's going to be going towards Taylorsville. You see Taylorsville there. Mount Washington. It's over Hillview right now. If you're in Hillview, the worst of the storm is about passing over you right now. And again, this will work its way kind of southeast. And we have to talk about down the line Bloomfield being impacted by the storm as well. However, again, the severe storms right now that are in the area, they're all to the north. So we have all of our Indiana counties in it. If you live in Guthrie, the worst of the storms have passed you for right now. So again, this is the final wave right here for tonight as we go through. But tomorrow morning, we do have to talk about the potential chance of seeing some more storms. And I am going to show you this on the models here that we do have the potential of seeing more severe storms going into tomorrow. So you can see this is tonight. And you see some storms are going to work their way to our east. That's what we're expecting. However, by 5-6 a.m., you can see another big cluster of storms starts to form around Indianapolis. And our models show around 8 a.m. tomorrow morning that this is going to work its way through the area. So 8 a.m., through 10 a.m. We're going to see some storms enter through our area. And you can see that after that, it doesn't go away. We have another storm cluster. And this is where the real strong to severe danger is, I believe. And this will work its way through 4 p.m. And that's where the problem comes for the potential of seeing more severe storms in this area tomorrow. Again, we are keeping a very close eye here on these severe storms as they work their way towards our area. Seymour, we have a severe warning. I'm watching out for the potential of seeing any spin-ups pop up. Again, it looks like our radar, if I switch to the Louisville radar, it looks like that area of rotation that was there for a moment is gone. And again, that's exactly what we're talking about. We're going to see these little brief areas of rotation, and by the next radar scan, they're completely gone. It's just what tonight is going to bring. And the velocity, it just looks like off the charts. We have some very strong winds right now impacting by Orleans. Very, very strong winds. We have a lot of lightning in the storm as well, especially as you go to more the west. You see, look how many lightning flashes we have in this area. So you're going to be seeing a lot of lightning. That's another thing. People will say, oh, the lightning is nothing. I'm just going to go outside and look at it. There actually is people that can get struck by lightning. You can get struck by lightning if you're not careful. And it's more common than you think. So if you see lightning, when thunder roars, head indoors. Because you know, if you live up here in Indiana and you're starting to hear the thunder, that there is a massive, severe thunderstorm kind of complex that's working its way down through your area. The warnings at the top should auto update. So if we ever get a new warning, when we get a new warning, it'll auto update at the top, and you should be able to see that pretty well. These are going to move through over the next hours. They should be to Louisville in about an hour from now, and I actually will take a look. And if we put a storm arrival tool, so it is moving 51 miles per hour, and it looks like they're mainly moving to the west. However, I mean, I don't know. Are they really moving straight to the west, though? That's the question. Here, I'm going to take a look of how these have moved over the last hours. And for some reason, it's not letting me. These storms will continue, and as we go throughout the overnight hours, we're going to see some more storm activity in the area. I will take a look again at the reflectivity. You can see that this gust front was working its way through the area, and I am going to turn on cameras, so hopefully it doesn't break when I do this. It is going to be right here. So now we should be able to see all the traffic cameras that are going to be in the path of these storms. So let's take a look at Seymour right now, as we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in Seymour, and this is what conditions are looking like in this severe storm here. So again, if you're tuning in from Louisville, take notes. This is the storm that is coming towards our region. Here soon, you see the wind gust shaking the camera. Doesn't look like too much movement on the trees. However, you can see some of that lightning as well. You see some people pulling over. They have their emergency lights on. And it looks like a very, very powerful storm is moving through here. This is about the worst of the storm as far as to the north. The really worst of the storm is going to be the more south you go. When you go down here by Campbellsburg, we have a much bigger area. And they just have put out a brand new severe warning for Crawford, Indiana. And you can see 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. And quarter-sized hail is actually on this now. And this storm, again, is moving very, very quickly. So this is going to be a very quick scenario. And for anyone that's just tuning in, these storms are working their way towards the Louisville area right now as we are talking. And the main threat is going to be behind the storms. If you're in Louisville right now, you're going to see some storm activity. However, that is not the main storm. There is another storm coming with 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail, and I will tell you that. So make sure you're remaining alert for as this does work its way through our area. We have official Braden Severe in the chat. What's up, Braden Severe? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. We're watching these severe storms as they do roll into the metro here. I am gonna turn the back light on. Let me do that here. And again, if you're tuning in and you're from, let's say, I'm just gonna remove some of these so we don't got any problems. I'm gonna do this one as well. Alright, we should be good. Alright, but like I was saying, the main problem is going to be this storm, and you're going to notice if you live anywhere in Oldham or if you live around where these storms are going to impact, it is really, really dark. And I want to see if in Corydon, we have a camera in Corydon here, I want to see if we can see how dark that really is, because let me tell you, it is a super, super dark area of storms here. And yeah, this is live from in the storm, so it's a little more brighter in the storm as that rainfall works its way. But out ahead of the storm, you're going to notice the clouds are very, very, very dark. So let's take a look at downtown Louisville here and see if we can. This is going to be just across the bridge. Let's see if we can see how dark it really is here, because let me tell you, it is really dark over here. Again, for anyone that's just tuning in, we are tracking these severe storms here as they go into Louisville live. Here's a look at Louisville, and you can see it looks a lot of dust is coming up from the storm. And again, this is typical when you have, this time of year, you have these very, very intense winds that move in. They track up a lot of dust, and you can see that if I draw here, that's all dust rising up into the atmosphere from these winds. You can see over Louisville right now some scud clouds, some scary looking clouds there. Again, that's not a tornado. However, it may look like it, but you're tuning in here, I can tell you if it's a tornado or not. And also, you'll get a warning if there's a tornado. Believe me, the National Weather Service in Louisville is really good at what they do. One of the best. Yeah, but to the northwest of where that camera was, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. With that tag for those winds. Again, I'm looking for in these storms any sign of rotation, and I don't see it in any of these storms here. So right now, all of these storms are not tornadic. However, the ones to the north, there's going to be times where they can spin up tornadoes very quickly and very briefly. That's going to be a problem. That is going to be a big problem, and especially, this is a multi-day thing. This is not the only round of storms that's going to move through our area. Tomorrow we have more storms that's going to move through the Louisville metro area in the afternoon. Anywhere from 1 to 4 p.m. That's the time zone of when it's really going to impact the most. And we also have going out tomorrow around 8 a.m. You're going to see more storms that could be strong to severe as well. So if you're going to school, if you're going to work, keep that in mind. We're going to have more storms that work their way through the area. And of course, going to impact my morning. Yeah, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust on the storm and quarter-sized hail. This warning will go for the next 38 minutes. This was a very recent warning. And the one off to the west of this, I believe, should be 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size. It's the same thing kind of here. We will most likely see another warning out in front of this one, kind of pushing in more towards our counties here. We will be watching very closely. In your Discord, can you make a severe channel called, a server channel called discussions? I would operate that. Discussions in my Discord. Yeah, I will. I guess I can do that after. Sure. For anyone that is just tuning in, we are live tracking these severe storms, and if you're tuning in from Louisville, you're seeing some of those storms. Those are not, again, those are not the main storms. The main storms here are by New Albany, going towards New Albany right now. So New Albany is located right here. The storms will reach New Albany very shortly here. And we will see a severe thunderstorm warning officially for Louisville here soon. So do watch this. We will eventually see a warning here for Louisville most likely. And you can see this warning is still here for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. I don't see much of a hail threat right now. But you can definitely see those very bright colors indicate some very, very strong wind gusts. So you have very, very strong wind gusts of about, we think, 60 miles per hour that's going to be moving through the area. Again, that's enough to damage your home there. Treat that like a low-end tornado threat. It's worth mentioning off to the north of Carroll County is actually in a severe thunderstorm warning right now. So that's a very weird warning, and this was issued by NWS Wilmington. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. It's very, very weird shape. Because yeah, there's nothing down here right now. The next of where this will be is very far away, so this won't reach here until quite some time. So very weird warning there. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will make sure to answer as much of those as I can. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning up here in Jennings County. That's going to include Vernon. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It looks all of these are going to be for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Take a look here along Seymour. Just in front of, this is the front area of where those storms are moving through right now. This is what it's looking like, current conditions in the storm. So you can see, again, you cannot see much, actually. So you can't really see anything. However, you can see the rain is very intense there. You see the camera shaking, that signifies that we have some very intense wind gusts moving through as well. So we have intense winds. We have torrential rainfall, potentially. You see the sheets of rain moving through. That's that straight line wind pushing that rain through. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch, which actually the watches were not showing up. So let's see if I can mess around with this and show the watches once again. We have to go here. Oh, we got it. Tornado, severe storms. Okay, yeah, but now we have severe thunderstorm watches. For anyone that's just tuning in, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch for the next hour and 34 minutes. And this goes, we have another one that goes all the way through Bardstown, Springfield. We have Brandenburg. All of the blue boxes you see. If you're anywhere in the blue area, you are in a severe thunderstorm watch for about the next hour and a half, as these storms do work their way. I wouldn't be too shocked if this one to the southeast of Louisville ends up going severe. I mean, right now, it's warned for, if I go here, it's warned for 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, so it's about a step away. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts is the criteria for a severe warning. So if we did, we would see one that would most likely include Mount Washington, Taylorsville, and Bloomfield, maybe as far as Willisburg down there. And there's a lot of lightning down there by Willisburg. I'm just surprised that that one doesn't have a special weather statement out on it. At least some sort of advisory, because that's a lot of lightning. And especially this one just to the north of that has a lot of lightning associated with it as well. And I have put out a very, very large scale special weather statement here as well, so it is worth noting that for Orange County here. This was issued by the National Weather Service in Louisville. So was the severe thunderstorm warning here as well. See if we got any areas of rotation that stick out. So nothing that sticks out here from the velocity. We'll check the RDA scan though. See if anything is coming up here. Rotation detection algorithm is showing nothing. So we don't think as of right now we got any areas of a spin up being possible. So that is good. It actually is picking up on a potential rotation spot right next to the radar. Let's see what this is looking like here. It's not. It's over a rain shower. I don't think it's going to be much. It's just because we're very close to the ground. By the radar there. We are very, very close to the ground. That's right next to it. We do have some lightning around the radar, though. So it is worth noting that. New Albany now through Lanesville and Elizabeth, Corydon. You are getting those storms right now. But again, the main storm system is off to the north. This is for Hardinsburg. So Hardinsburg, the storm is going to be impacting you right around now. We have that severe storm working its way through the area with some intense wind gusts. So we have very strong wind gusts impacting the area. We have a hail threat, quarter-sized hail on here. But let's take a look at the hydrometer classification. So we definitely do have hail. You can see over there. We do have some hail here just to the north of Rigo. This is going to be approaching Hardinsburg. So if you're in Hardinsburg, there is some hail just to your northwest, and it will be moving straight through your area. So make sure, if you can, put your car indoors, or don't now. It's too late now. The storm's right there. Just hunker down and get ready for the worst of the impacts. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. The National Weather Service in Indianapolis issued this severe thunderstorm warning that did include Seymour. Now this one will be allowed to expire here. Moments. This did include Bedford as well and Mitchell. Bedford, you're about done for right now. And so at least unless this storm goes through or this one tries to go as well. But the environment's going to be a little less supportive up here. At least for now. Here in eastern Kentucky, we do have some more storms that are moving through. This is from the morning storms that we even had all the way over here by Cincinnati. And this was through this afternoon. We had storms that worked its way through. And now that's all the way in eastern Kentucky there by Pikeville. We had that storm move through. Now let's take a look at this storm south of Louisville. Yeah, I'm surprised that this one did not go. Surprised that this one did not go severe yet. We got some strong thunderstorms moving through. The metro right now, we don't have any advisories out for it. We don't have any special weather statements. No severe thunderstorm warnings for actual Louisville right now. At least until this storm gets here. Which will. And it looks like more of a hook echo kind of part. You can see the front of where this storm area is. You see that's way more faster moving than this spot up here. So our two bow segments over here are going to get there less fast or slower than the front is going to reach there. So the part that's just impacted Salem, that is severe right now. Just to the west of Salem, there's that severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to be the quickest moving out of this whole line. In Hardinsburg right now, that's over you. We have those impacts being felt in Hardinsburg. Again, velocity, there's no areas that stand out for rotation right now. But again, like I've been saying, this is one of those scenarios we're going to have to look for little notches in the line. And we could have those tornadoes spin up there briefly. Thank you everyone for the support on the stream so far. We are at 159 subscribers, so we are one away from 160. I also do want to thank you guys all for the support on the last video. Or the last live stream. We managed to reach 200 people last night, so I'd be very happy if this got anywhere close to that. So thank you guys. Alright. So, if you're tuning in from Bedford, Freetown, Guthrie, Brownstown, and Medora, and this I guess would include Seymour as it just passed, you are no longer in the storm's path. You will see some stray lightning in the back. That's just how it works. But the severe warning is officially lifted through your area. And, of course, there is a severe warning here for Seymour. But it's not really... I don't think it's going to be there. This is the camera we saw a little bit ago have some very, very intense winds. And you can see that right now there's nothing really taking place. It's much calmer. You can see back here, it looks like the sunset. You can slightly see it. It's going to remain cloudy here for the next little bit as the storm finally starts to work its way out of our area. So the tree is not shaking anymore. The camera's not shaking. So we got calmer impacts over here. All right. Right now, between U of L and Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport, there's a little bit of some storms rolling through there. Hopefully, there's no airport delays. There's most likely, though, as these storms are starting to work its way. Right around the Kentucky Kingdom area, we have some lightning flashes in that area. So we are watching these storms as well. It's not just the storms to the north. We are watching a close eye on these storms as well. And the National Weather Service in Louisville has gone ahead and issued a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 26 minutes. And it includes the threat of 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. This is going to be for Crawford and Harrison in Indiana, so it's not yet in Kentucky. We don't have a severe thunderstorm warning in our areas of Kentucky yet. Still all southern Indiana. But they will be here shortly. And it looks like, thankfully, that some of these storms are slowly starting to die off as far as intensity. See, we had, when we first started here, a big cluster of severe storms. Now, of course, we still have severe storms, but, I mean, this one's going to be allowed to expire here soon. These both go for the next 26 minutes. But, I mean, the main storm line only has 4 severe warnings on it now, and that's much better than we had before. I know at the beginning of the stream, we had a lot of severe. Yeah, look at this. So when we started to look something more like this, or a little bit closer, it was like this, yeah. And that's crazy. A lot of severe thunderstorms. All right, let's take a look at our radar. Again, rotation. Don't see any little nudges trying to come out, little hook echoes. I don't see any of them. And that would indicate that there's rotation in a specific area. However, I don't see any of that. And our RDA would also pick it up. So we will check the RDA. We're going to check it every few minutes here, just to make sure we got nothing that tries to spin up, and it could cause some problems here. Again, the tornado threat, once again, for anyone that's tuning in, you're worried about the tornado threat. Tornado threat is very, very, very low. It's the lowest that the Storm Prediction Center can put out for our area. It is only a 2% tornado risk. So do not be too alarmed with that. Just to the west of Henryville, we do have a little notch here. However, if we check the rotation, it doesn't look there's any rotation really trying to form there. And the RDA would pick it up. Alright, so our next radar scan should come out here any moment. Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to radar, and I'm going to put the new radar scan sound on. Alright, so now whenever we get a new radar scan, we should be able to hear it. And then that's when we'll be knowing that there's a new scan that just... Alright, so we just get the newest radar scan, literally as I was talking there. See, is this trying to kind of develop? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. We got some strong winds over here by Palmyra? That's how you say it. We have some strong winds impacting this region. Again, nothing that stands out tornadic as of right now. And also, we're going to be keeping a close eye to see if the National Weather Service does issue any tornado warnings. As sometimes the rotation can be very low with the National Weather Service. We'll still go ahead and issue a warning. But we are keeping a close eye on it. This is live here, looking towards that, the storm right now that is severe warned. I believe, I'm pretty sure it's looking at this right. It is looking north. So if we look north from this camera, it's gonna be looking towards Henryville. So this is the storm that's going towards Henryville right now. You can see it's very, very dark. Especially right here, we have a very dark region up here of storms. It's the darkest area. Dude, got some very intense rain. Got some very intense wind gusts impacting the region. It's one of those nights. Not like a summer. This summer's been very different than most of these summers as far as severe weather goes. We've had a lot of severe weather this summer. We did just get that newest radar scan here moments ago. I don't see anything that's, again, standing out rotation-wise. And it does look like this part of the storm is not severe anymore, so this is down to strong thunderstorms. So if you live in Henryville and you're worried about these storms, they have gone ahead and put that down to a special weather statement. So it has weakened below severe limits now. So it is considered a strong thunderstorm. We do still have severe warnings, a big cluster. We got 3 or 4 severe warnings here on this western side of the storm. And you can see the line looks like it's starting to break up a bit. So now we don't have it like a confined area of where the most of that is. So if this again continues to kind of be more scattered, then the front of the line is going to start to do the same. It's not going to be as strong or severe as to what it is. And when it gets there, that would be a best case scenario. And the storms will not strengthen. The storms will weaken substantially. So that's what we can hope for here. We do still have a severe thunderstorm warning for Crawford, Indiana here. And Orange. So this includes actually a lot of counties. This includes Crawford, Harrison, Orange, and Washington, all in Indiana. So 4 different places. But it does have the risk of seeing ping pong ball sized hail, and that's some pretty big hail. So need to be keeping that in mind. Ping pong ball sized hail, once again, is not something you want to mess around with there. So make sure you're staying away from windows, as those could bust out your windows, especially when they mix with the 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust is nothing to joke about. They have went ahead and just issued a new special weather statement that includes the whole storm area. This does include Louisville. And it does also include the Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport, U of L, and it does include Kentucky Kingdom as well. So 3 very big populated areas there. And of course, the southern side of Louisville is in there. However, the most of the impacts are not really much in of Louisville right now. There is a little bit on that eastern side. However, you may see some lightning there, and Louisville may hear some thunder, but most of that is going to be to the south of Louisville there. And we're going to take a look once again. This is the area that has about like the maximum amount of rain now we have on the whole board here. The heaviest of the rain there is going to be in that area. Again, there's some areas that you see in the velocity and you're like, oh my goodness. But no, it's just some strong winds. You're going to see strong winds along this whole front line. And it looks like the winds are starting to slowly die off. We had a much bigger area with the stronger winds before. So, thankfully, it looks like these storms are starting to weaken a little bit as they work their way towards our area. See, the winds were much more than they are now. So that's good. We'll take a look at the reflectivity here. Once again, so we do have some of our areas starting to get the first counties in Kentucky that are going to get the storms is most likely going to be Oldham through Jefferson, and then up I guess all the way through over here by Bedford and Madison in Indiana. So this would be Bullitt here. We're gonna have to watch for that. Carroll County is in a severe thunderstorm warning. Very strange, and they have went ahead and reshaped that, thankfully, so it doesn't really include Carroll County there. We are still watching for the potential of these storms to go severe here in Louisville, though, just to the south of Louisville, because we do have 50-mile-per-hour winds, on both of these special weather segments. I'm pretty sure, yeah. 50-mile-per-hour winds on both of them. However, the one that's the most concerning, which would be this one right here. So this storm doesn't have anything. The one that would be the most concerning is going to be this one right here. So we do have this as well. However, I mean, this one does have a lot of more lightning. Honestly, this one has a lot more lightning. And it can be limited because the radar is very close by, so it's looking a less high up into the atmosphere. So the real full scale of this is probably much bigger than what we're seeing here on the radar. And that could be a challenge sometimes. They have one ahead, and they did not issue a brand new severe thunderstorm warning out here next to Corden. My bad, I don't know why the radar scan was like very far off. I just realized that the radar was very far off. This is the most concerning storm here. And then this is second. I don't know why the radar did that there. It was like very far off from where it was. No, but right now, like I was saying, the first county that's going to be impacted is most likely going to be this county. But like I was saying, we don't have any severe warnings out here. They haven't even put a special weather statement. So it looks like these storms are starting to weaken before they get here, which is good. We don't have any severe warnings now on the front side. So these, again, this has weakened quite substantially since when we have went live here. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Crawford, though. So we have to keep that in mind. And it does have 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and ping pong ball sized hail on it. And we have the Harrison Crawford State Forest in this severe thunderstorm warning as well. This will go for the next 15 minutes, and the one that's just to the northeast for DuBois and Orange here. Orange is actually in our viewing area, but this one will go for the next. Let me click on it again. I don't know why it's clicking on all the watches. Oh my goodness. What are we doing? That one's just been canceled, actually. So we no longer have a severe thunderstorm warning for Orange here. So now we're down to one severe thunderstorm warning in this full line, and the rest of the line doesn't even have a special weather statement out on it. So look at that. I mean, it has just weakened. It's weakened very, very fast. It's been a very, very quick weakening storm system. It looks like it's starting to merge with the southern storm system. So it looks like that southern storm system has taken a lot of the fuel away. And these storms are starting to break off. And they're not nearly as strong as they were when we first started here. So again, this is like a best case scenario for what could have happened here. It's just the minimum amount of everything. You know what I mean? I mean, right now, I mean, everything's starting to weaken very quickly. Very crazy how this has happened. And even the one to the north, I'm pretty sure, is even severe warned. Yeah, this storm is not even severe warned anymore. It did have a severe warning on it for quite a while there. It's not even severe warned anymore. This northern one is severe warned still. With the tornado possible label actually on it. So we do have to watch this area closely. However, again, if you're tuning in from Louisville area, it looks like a best case scenario sort of situation is playing out. These storms starting to take most of that fuel away. So the storms to the north don't have much to work with anymore, and these storms are starting to die off very quickly. These storms will continue to kind of try to strengthen. However, I don't think they're really going to reach severe criteria. They are strong right now, so they are in that special weather statement. However, I just don't think that they're going to reach severe. So this is our last severe warning here, really, in our viewing area, and it goes for the next 12 minutes here. after this one expires, we will remain on the broadcast at least until most of the storm activity is gone, and that's when we confirm, and that's when we can confirm that, hey, these storms are not a problem anymore. And once again, you do see at the top, though, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning for Crawford and Harrison until 8 p.m. So we got around 12 minutes left on those storms, or on that severe warning, until it won't be warned, or they will just reissue a brand new warning. And I wouldn't be too shocked if that's what we see happen. There's what I'm going to do here. There we go. That's better. Alright, so after this one does expire, we will be down to 0 active severe thunderstorm warnings in our area. Of course, that severe thunderstorm watch, though, does go for the next hour and 10 minutes in our southern counties. And it's the same for all of pretty much everywhere in our viewing area remains under a severe thunderstorm watch, at least for the next hour. From there, we will have to see if the National Weather Service does get rid of it or they decide to keep it. And they may even push it out once again, because again, that 8 a.m. period, when you're working up, or when you're when you're waking up this morning, or tomorrow morning, I should say, I wouldn't be too shocked if we see a severe thunderstorm watch already in place for our area, because again, we're going to see those strong to severe storms move through around anywhere between the 6 to 8 a.m. period tomorrow. And then additionally in the afternoon, that's when we have to watch for that's the biggest severe weather threat. Tomorrow would be the afternoon hours, as the sun peels back, gets some instability, and those storms will work their way down from Indiana just like today. And we get some severe, strong to severe. Could be the same thing as what's happening right now as well. We do have ping pong ball sized hail here on this storm. Let's take a look at the winds. Again, no brief spin ups I'm seeing here on the radar. And they have gone ahead and issued a brand new severe thunderstorm warning here for Crawford. It is a very short severe thunderstorm warning, though. That only goes for the next 24 minutes, and this was issued by NWS Louisville. But this does officially include some places in Kentucky now, so our Kentucky areas are officially in a severe thunderstorm warning. So we have Breckenridge and Meade there in Kentucky under a severe warning. We also have a bit of Crawford, Harrison, and Perry in Indiana in that severe thunderstorm warning as well. This is going to be warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. And this does go for the next 23 minutes, so very short severe warning there. However, it is there, so we do have to support the National Weather Service that they have just put that out. So we are at 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. I wouldn't be too shocked if this one just ends up getting canceled. It most likely won't, because there's a lot of that lightning there by English, and that's towards the back of the storm where that probably would remain severe warnings. We do officially starting to have impacts here in New Albany through Oldham County and then up through Bullitt County. We're starting to see the most of that impacts. I wonder if I look out my window, can I see? I'm gonna have to look out front to see if I see any. I'll take a picture if there is. Rebecca. Alright, well, it is pretty dark. I will say that it is pretty dark out front. Here. Pretty dark. I don't know if you guys can see. But yeah, it's... And that's my phone's normal brightness. I didn't turn it down or anything. So yeah, tells you it's pretty dark out front. Where I live here, where the storms will be impacting soon. Alright, so let's see. The National Weather Service has not went ahead and issued any new warnings. So we are at 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in our viewing area still. We have this one off to the north. And it looks like the National Weather Service in Cincinnati or Wilmington has issued another severe warning out ahead of this one. Which there's no storm even in yet, except for the beginning of this one. Let's see, is there a radar that's closer than this one? Let's see what this radar does. Does it show me anything different? Just about the same. Let's see if we got any rotation trying to spark up in this warning here. Don't see any rotation in there. Off to the south for Crawford. Again, this is another severe warning. It goes for the next 20 minutes. And then the one just next to it also goes for 4 minutes. So we have 2 of the severe thunderstorm warnings in our area. Leavenworth in that severe warning. And this will continue to work its way south as well. Pretty much straight southeast. We have Brandenburg, Ekron into Arvington. Eventually down the line where we have to start talking about some impacts being felt. Let's take a look at our Corden camera. As you know, earlier we did have a lot of impacts in Corden. So Corden's currently looking like, so you can see it looks like a lot of rain and wind, which is exactly what you can expect with these storms as they work their way through the area. We did just get an image sent in. Okay, we did just get an image sent in from Roby here, or TM Pump, whichever one. Here, I will show this. Areas. I'm gonna rename this. Show that. Well, thank you, Roby, for sending that in. That's a current live look from Oldham County, Kentucky, as these storms pass their way through. We did just get that newest radar scan in. And again, no new warnings issued. It does look like we have some very, very intense wind gusts here to the northwest of Elizabeth. You see that? That signature shows me we got very intense winds. Also, I have to watch this area to the west of Shepherdsville. Potential of rotation sparking up there. It's a very low potential here, but we're going to have to watch. And especially that this is very close to the radar. It's going to be hard to tell. But we are watching that area very closely. We're going to watch every area very closely. Here, that gets impacted by these storms as they work their way through. For Carroll County, they have just issued a special weather statement with 50-mile-per-hour winds and pea-sized hail. This will go for the next 16 minutes. Just to the northeast of Lebanon Junction, we have that storm impacting right now. And I have just slam dunk. I just talked about that storm, and now we have a severe thunderstorm warning here. So these storms have went severe. in Floyd, Indiana here. This is going to include Floyd, Harrison in Indiana, and then we have Hardin, Bullitt, Jefferson, and Meade. Bullitt. I thought Bullitt was like way up there. Am I right? I thought it was like way. I thought it was by Oldham, or am I thinking of Trimble? One of the two. We did just have that new severe thunderstorm warning issued, and the main threat is 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. This does include Shively, Elizabeth, and West Point, Shepherdsville, and as far to the south as Fort Knox is included in that severe thunderstorm warning. This will go for the next 31 minutes, just issued. We have Tennis. What's up, Tennis? Welcome into the stream. We have Roby saying it's hailing at my house in Oldham. So we have confirmation of hail falling in Oldham County here. Let's see if I can see. Oh my goodness. Yo, I'll be right back. I have to go take a video of this. It's so dark. You see, it's so dark out your window. It is very dark. So everyone that's tuned into the stream, I just got a video you may have been able to see. It is super dark, and I'm talking really dark here. Let me switch this over. So now you should be able to hear me. Here's a quick look from the storm. This is what it's looking like currently in the storm, right out my window. I'm gonna open the window because obviously that looks very intense. Here's what we're doing, or here's what we will do. Don't know if this is a smart idea. And it's not. Oh my goodness, guys. It is very dark here. Let's, if I kill this light here. No, it doesn't show the real, how dark it actually is. It's super dark. Super duper dark here. Oh my goodness. Well, good thing there's no tornado. Oh my. It is really dark here. Okay, well, let's take a look at their reflectivity. See what it's looking like in the area right now. Alright, for anyone that's just tuning in, obviously this is a severe weather coverage, but gonna kind of look outside, and apparently it is either hailing, and yeah, it's hailing. Well, guys, what a crazy turn of events here in a live severe weather coverage. I'm in it. Look outside. You can't see. Oh my. It is super dark here. If anyone's tuning in from this area, you're gonna notice it is very dark here. Like, and I'm talking super dark. It's darker than I could show on the camera. by a lot. Here's a look here. Oh, this is not showing you anything. I need a camera right out ahead of it. Is this camera gonna show me? No, this camera most likely will. No, it's just the cameras don't show how dark it is in person. You know what I mean? And again, this is the storm that I'm on right now. It's like right by me. This is the closest view that we have. You can see it working its way in this region here. But man, nothing like 2026 summer storms here. It is super, super dark. Alright, well, let's get back into the coverage. Alright. Well, I apologize for that. I just had to take a look. Show everyone what's really going on here. Live reporting from the storm. That is super dark. There's a lot of lightning in the area as well. Here. Okay, but what we do have other places that are getting worse. The worst of it, and that is these areas that are in a severe thunderstorm warning. Now we do have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect. If you live in Shively to Elizabeth, we have a severe warning in that area. We also have additionally a severe thunderstorm warning for Corydon, Leavenworth, and this goes back down through Brandenburg, and Arvington. There we have a severe thunderstorm warning. Additionally, Shepherdsville in that severe warning as well. And you're gonna notice this storm is gonna be producing torrential rainfall, and it's gonna be doing it very quick. So, again, if you're anywhere in Crestwood right now, to the west of Crestwood, if you live anywhere north of I-71, it's the worst if it's already past you. It's gonna be raining very light for the rest of the time. But you'll notice there for about 3 minutes, it gets very, 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 very gets dark ahead of the rain. Here, I want to see if I can get a camera out ahead of this, because I mean, when I told you it was dark, man, it is darker than I can tell you on the camera. It was super, super dark here. And again, we do have 2 active severe thunderstorm warnings. And if we take a look at the models showing us these warnings. Here, let's take a look at the HRRR. I'm going to show how this is going to progress. So the HRRR is showing that, again, anywhere tomorrow morning from 7 to 8 a.m., it shows the storm is moving through our area. And that's what we're expecting as far as those storms go. We're 5 views away from hitting 100 views on the live stream. Hope you can do it. These storms will go for the next hours, and they will move their way out of our area. But additionally, tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, we have a severe weather risk once again. So we're not out of the woods yet. Anywhere that's seeing severe weather today, you can see severe weather once again tomorrow. And we're having good fuel every day. It's been very humid, very hot, high dew points. It's everything you need for the severe weather. And once again, tomorrow it will try to do the same thing here. No areas of rotation that really make me think, oh, okay, this is an area we have to watch. Here. Off to the north, though, we have to the east of Worthville, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Switzerland, Indiana. It does have that tornado possible label, so there's a possibility of seeing a tornado here in this severe thunderstorm warning. However, that does remain low as you take a look at the radar. Nothing that tries to kind of immediately produce a tornado there. Again, a look from the Louisville radar shows these storms, once again, are very powerful. Even the parts where there's no advisory out in front of them. This goes especially back through Henry County, Louisville County, or Oldham County, my bad. And then Jefferson. You're going to notice that, and this goes into Shelby now. Out ahead of this storm, it is going to be very, very dark. We've just seen that here. out ahead of the storm, it's going to be super dark, and you're going to see some torrential rainfall fall very quickly, and even some hail, possibly in a quick 2 minutes. It's already fully out of your air, and there's no more rain falling. You'll go down to light rain until the light rain finally works its way out of your area. So again, the worst of the storm, it's going to go by very, very quickly here. Very, very quick. What's up, Max? Weather Forecast Pulse. Welcome back. Feel free, for anyone that's just tuning in, feel free to ask any questions you have in the chat. Feel free to interact with the chat. I'm here for it. And also, do make sure, here I'm going to show it. Do make sure that you like, subscribe. That helps me reach as many people that are in the path of these storms as possible. And that's my whole goal here. I don't really care how much views we get. I don't really care how much subscribe, like, but that's the really way. That's the way that actually you help me reach more people, and that's really the only thing that matters. Is reaching as many people as possible, so I can help as many people as possible. So make sure you like, make sure you share. If you know anyone that's in the path of any of the storms that we talk about, because one day we could save a life. Maybe no one knowed about these storms coming, and they saw our live stream. And then they know now that the storms have a tornado that's coming towards their area. Right now, though, no tornadoes. Just want to make that clear. So we don't have any tornadoes. We don't have any tornado warnings. We have severe thunderstorm warnings around Louisville. And again, on this northeastern side has some very, very dark clouds, some torrential rainfall falling, and it's a very quick moving system, and it's producing winds and rain like unlike you'll see here in summer. And again, if you tune in from the area tomorrow, you're gonna have the same thing. We're seeing more storms come through tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. The main severe threat tomorrow is gonna be tomorrow afternoon. That's where we think the fuel from the morning storms. And it's gonna peel back the clouds. The instability is going to rise because the sun will rain down on the ground, and that heat will rise up into the atmosphere. And that'll be like a loaded gun, and whenever that comes back through around 4 p.m. tomorrow, that's when we can see more storms shoot off. And tomorrow we do have the chance, and they just have put out a special weather statement out here for LaGrange, Shelbyville, and just to the northeast of Taylorsville. And this is going to be for 50-mile-per-hour winds, so they have put some sort of advisory. This is the storm that we just got past. Very, very, very dark skies. Very, very quick winds. And a very quick moving system. You see the rain, if you're in this area, is very, very fast. And like I said, we don't have any cameras anymore to show you out in front of it. It's very dark. And I mean very dark. Like, it gets, when you think of nighttime, you think of pitch black outside. Like, you cannot see anything. That's what you're going to see here. In the storm. Your street lights are going to go on. For 8:11 p.m. right now, your street lights would not really be on, but they're going to go on in your neighborhood from this moving by. It is a super dark storm. Let's take a look at I-64 right now. You can see rain on I-64. Looks like heavy winds as well. Damaging winds, but I can't really see because it's just a static image. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning here that goes for the next 17 minutes. And the worst of the storm is now passing Louisville. So this line, once again, has like fully broken apart from when we started the stream about an hour ago from now. A little bit more than an hour. It's fully broken apart. And this isn't even showing you. This was at 7:30, so about a half an hour ago. And now, I mean, it's just fully falling apart. It hasn't gotten any stronger. We're having those severe warnings slowly get removed. We just did have that severe warning as of right now get removed there. And we have a brand new warning for Elizabeth. Elizabethtown is now in a special weather statement, and it includes 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and marble-sized hail. I've never seen marble-sized hail indicated on here. We have marble-sized hail falling here by Elizabethtown. And we will be here until most of the storms fully get by you. So make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe. We'll be here for extended live coverage here tonight as these storms do work their way through our area. We're here with you on this channel. So make sure you drop subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you share this. If you live in our area and you know anyone that's going to be impacted by these storms, or maybe you know anyone that lives in Elizabethtown or Lebanon Junction, which is really close by to where these storms are going to pass through, make sure you share this out to them because they may not know that there's a storm coming, and we may have just changed their outlook on it, and then now they actually take the precautions. It's super dark, by the way. Also, if you're tuning in and you're just, the storm's just going by you right now, and you're thinking, the clouds right now are super dark. Is there a tornado? There is no tornado right now. It's just very dark clouds. You may just see a lightning flash behind me. That's going to continue until the storm fully works its way out of our area. But, my area over here, it's fully working its way out. You can see behind me now, I don't know if really there was a time where you could see a lot going on behind me, but let me tell you, it was pouring, it was hailing, it was super, super dark for a moment when I had the blinds closed, or the curtains closed, I should say. So I apologize for closing the curtains, but it was super dark and I had to go, show off I had to go get a video so I can show you guys. Again, if you're tuning in, here, I actually will show the video here. If you're tuning in and you're getting in the path of these storms that are moving through, here's a look at how dark the clouds actually are. And again, this is my camera. Here, I'm actually going to pause it. This is my phone's camera. And as you know, if you've ever recorded anything with your phone's camera, it always brightens it. So you can see right now behind me, it looks a little bit brighter. But look at this in the video. That's how dark it was. So my camera, with even though how bright the camera gets, that's how dark it really was. That is insane. It got super dark. It got very, very, very dark here. We have multiple reports too of it being super dark, especially we have Roby. He sent in a video. He sent in another video at 8:01. Showing off a bit more. So this is the rainfall from his POV. So this is Roby. He lives in Oldham County. This is the rain as it's moving through. You can see that mist. It doesn't look like it was much by him. As this video was not too long ago. Here's a video as the storm moved in his area there. See that it starts shaking. It doesn't look too bright on his camera. It looks like the street lights are on in his video though. Alright, let's see if we can see any of the impacts as they set in. And you can see that intense rain starting to build up there. Again, it's bright on here. But it just tells you that, hey, even though the street lights are on and that my camera picks up that amount, it's very, very dark. Yes, there is severe thunderstorm warnings and special weather statements still out as well. So let's get back into the coverage. They have went ahead and just removed that severe thunderstorm warning for Crawford County. So now it is a special weather statement for Brandenburg and Arvington instead of a severe thunderstorm warning. We are still expecting 50-mile-per-hour winds though. So do remain indoors as that storm does pass. We did have this northern storm earlier. This one was much more defined earlier, and it even went severe. That storm is no longer severe, and it doesn't even have a warning, and it's not really much of a storm anymore. You can see we have about 3 lightning flashes over the last 5 minutes that's been observed in there. But again, nothing. West Louisville is in a severe thunderstorm warning, but all of that has worked its way out of Louisville. So if you're tuning in from Louisville, the severe threat for as of right now has officially worked its way through. We do have a little bit of lightning flashing there, but from Oldham County, if you live in western to northern Oldham, and then this goes up through Bedford, and then Carroll County, Kentucky, Carrollton, you are done with severe weather for the night, at least until the next round moves in tomorrow morning. but that has officially passed the region. So we no longer have severe storms impacting that area. We will see a few scattered lightning flashes throughout Oldham, throughout areas like Bedford and Carrollton, and then again down through Louisville, but again, nothing that's really going to be severe anymore. We're going to see some light rain continue, at least until it fully works its way out. But again, most of those impacts are done for the night tier. Again, big thanks to Roby for sending in those images and those videos so we can take a look at what it's looking like there. Or TM Pump. It's his YouTube username. Big shout out to him. Thank you for sending in those so we could kind of get a visualization of what's going on. Sometimes people see the radar and then they realize, okay, it's just a radar. Like, that's not really what's concerning. When we have actual visuals of what is happening, then I think people take it a little more serious. And you just saw a lightning flash behind me there. Yeah, there's definitely lightning still going on here in Oldham. So do keep that in mind. To the south in Jefferson, though, we have by Jeffersontown, we have a few lightning flashes. And up by Indian Hills, we have a few lightning flashes as well. Just go back by New Albany as well. So we're going to continue to see some lightning. You're going to hear some thunder. You're going to see some rain until this finally works its way out of your area. And then you're going to remain dry, at least until that goes through tomorrow morning. There is rain, though, so we're going to see scattered showers throughout some of the area tonight, as this does remain over the area. You see this area with showers, and there's some areas on this by Salem with some weak thunderstorm activity, and that will continue. We do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning here for Hardin. It goes for the next 40 minutes and does include Elizabethtown. We have quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust in these storms. Here. So about the same one just to the north. It's going to be right over Recieve. You're going to be seeing most of those impacts where it's rain-wrapped. Or full rain-wrapped storm. You see a lot of the lightning flashing, which indicates it's pretty strong. The strongest storm we have on the board right now, it's mostly going to be this one by Orvington. Here, we can take a little bit of a more zoom. It's going to be right over Mystic. The strongest of all of that is. Again, all of these storms to the southeast of Louisville have gone severe once again. So if you're just tuning in, these storms have went severe by Louisville. We do have specifically 2 severe thunderstorm warnings now. We do have 2 outside special weather statements as well. If you're tuning in from Carroll County, they have not even left an advisory on there anymore. Same thing for Owen in Kentucky, which would be the next county over. We have reports of hail. So 1 hour ago, we had a hail report sent in of 1 inch. We had a 1-inch size hail falling in Salem, which would be Washington, Indiana. Washington County. And next to it here in Orange County, we had a 1.5-inch size hail by a train spotter. And this was reported 2 miles east-northeast of Chambersburg in Orange. And it looks like in both of those areas right now, you're dry. That rain is officially working its way out. So 57 minutes ago, there was storm and hail falling, but now it is dry there. So it does show you that this is a very quick-moving system there. Again, Meade is under a severe thunderstorm warning here until 8:30 p.m. We have Hardin and Floyd. Hardin in Kentucky and Floyd, Indiana under a severe thunderstorm warning as well. And then just to the southwest of Louisville, here in Shively, Elizabeth, Shepherdsville, West Point, and then down by Fort Knox, we also have a severe thunderstorm warning. And this goes for the next 6 minutes with 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail. This is radar indicated, so we don't have a confirmation of quarter-sized hail or 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, but I think it's pretty likely that we do have at least the wind gust threat definitely in there. So you can see some brighter colors in there. We don't see the blues anymore in mixed with the greens, which tells us we don't have the very, very intense wind gusts like we did before. We do have some strong wind gusts still moving through that could be 60 miles per hour. So do make sure you're seeking shelter if you're in any of the warnings tonight. Here for the next 21 minutes, we have another special weather statement with 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Impacts, gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Live anywhere to the southeast of I-71, you are about done with your severe weather threat for tonight. And this goes through Oldham back up through Carroll County. Anywhere northeast or northwest of I-71, you are done for tonight. Anywhere over here, you could see some more severe weather if you're in this region. However, again, to the northwest of I-71, no more for tonight. Done with severe weather, at least until tomorrow morning. We could have some more storms go through. We have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning here for Buffalo, Magnolia, and Hodgenville. We have quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts on this storm. And it does go for the next 20 minutes. So we do have that continuing there. Quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Both radar indicated sources. And you can expect hail damage to vehicles and wind damage to roof siding and trees. So pretty standardized wording that the National Weather Service is using there for a severe thunderstorm warning. Keep in mind also all of these were issued by the National Weather Service in Louisville. So they're working pretty busy right now. And also in Adair County here, they have a severe thunderstorm. This is a very new one for the next 34 minutes. And it's kind of hard to see. By Columbia here, we have 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. This is radar indicated. So do make sure you're seeking shelter. Treat these storms with these damaging wind gusts just like you treat a tornado warning. As you know, we did have a very crazy storm that moved through earlier and did produce those winds and the rain. And even some hail. We do have some hail reports that are still out there. We had a hail report here by Salem, and then just to the southeast of Paoli, we had another hail report. Don't know what that was. Here we do have a special weather statement here for Shelbyville and Eminence. This is where some of that lightning will be located. Most of that lightning in that storm. Anywhere to the west of this, you're seeing a little bit of lightning, but again, the worst of it is over you now. And we will be right back here. I'm going to take a quick break here so I can kind of come back and be ready. So I'll be right back, guys. Be back here in a moment. I am back here. I am back, and we do still have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings that will continue. We do have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. We have a lot of warnings in effect right now. We have 3 active current special weather statements. We have a severe thunderstorm watch out. This will go for the entire part of our viewing area for the next 28 minutes. The one up here as well will go for 28 minutes. So we do have 2 big severe thunderstorm watches. And again, anywhere north of Louisville, that threat is officially gone. No more storms will be impacting that area. So your threat is over for the night. Again, at least until tomorrow morning when we have more storms that impact I will not be live tomorrow morning. I will have a video out, though, hopefully. Possibly. It's possible that I have a video out. We have a flood report here. A flash flood report from 42 minutes ago from a 911 call center. That's the source. Of water flowing over Poplar Hill Road near the 3000 block. So again, heard it here first. We have a flash flood report from 42 minutes ago. That is there. To the east of, and this still includes Shelbyville here. We have a special weather statement, and it goes for the next 11 minutes. You see a lot of lightning is still in the storms to the south. So here, I will kind of draw. All of these storms look like they're starting to pick their lightning back up. So there's a lot of lightning falling in those storms. And again, those are the storms that weren't even the line, really. The line is kind of, it's kind of hard to draw where the line was. It's moved out of the area, though. And we've been live here for about, I think, 2 hours. Yeah, somewhere around 2 hours. We'll go to about 2 hours, and then we'll probably hop off here. Been live for about an hour and 41 minutes. Specifically, 1 hour, 41 minutes. We'll continue here till about 2 hours. Tomorrow afternoon, we might be doing one of these again. Here around 4:30. 4 p.m. Maybe doing more severe weather coverage. Live on the channel. So make sure you're ready for tomorrow. There's a chance that we go live once again. We do still have, here in Oldham, we still got more lightning going on. You can see even it shows on the map here. We do have some more lightning still going on. Here downtown Louisville, it looks like we have no lightning flashes. Just west of New Albany, though, it looks like we did have a lightning flash that I reported. Let's take a look at New Albany right now. So that is officially out of New Albany, where that is. We do have some lightning flashes still here. So let's see if we can catch one. I don't think we're going to be able to. Yeah, there's not much on those storms. Let's go to the south, though, and look at... So Elizabethtown right now. Here's Elizabethtown. This is just an image. This is going to be a video. You can definitely see there's intense rain falling in Elizabethtown. There's, I would say some of these winds can get up to tropical storm hurricane force winds. I mean, that is just crazy. Actually, what is hurricane force winds? I might be complete wrong. Never mind. That's definitely not going to be 150 mile per hour winds. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's like high wind warning. That's when you know you're getting... Whenever you see a high wind warning, it's going to be worse than a tornado. Most likely. 170 mile per hour winds. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. Warning criteria. Where did I see this? Right here. Greater than or equal to... Wait, what? There's no way. A high wind warning is not 30 miles per hour. It's like 100 something. I think it's 170, right? Here in Jefferson, the special weather statement that does include Jefferson, Oldham, Trimble. So yeah, this is Trimble up here. For everyone that was just tuning in, I didn't know that. Trimble, Henry, Shelby, Franklin, Spencer, and Anderson counties. Here in Kentucky, we have that severe thunderstorm. That special weather statement. My bad. Not severe thunderstorm. We have Cruz Haynes in the chat and Braden Severe saying yo, and we got official Braden Severe in the chat. What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a good night so far. Up here, it's just been a mess. We've had a lot of storms moving through. We had a few videos sent in that we showed. I'll show a few of those videos that we got for you guys that are just tuning in. Good to see you in the chat, Cruz. So here's a video from Roby, one of our good sources for sending these weather videos. You see, this is before the storm went in here. I'm gonna full camera. How do I do this? There we go. Okay, there we go. But this is what it was looking like here before the storm went by. So it got very dark in here. I'm gonna lower my phone's thing so you can see it a little bit. So that's what it looked like there. Very dark. But in the video he sent, shows as it went by here. So yeah, it's dark on his camera, but you're about to see something that's going to change your whole perspective on the storm. You see the streetlights on. This video that I took here in Oldham, you're going to see the craziest of all of it. This is what it looked like here. Oh my goodness, it's still crazy to look at. This is what it looked like here in Oldham, and you can see it literally shows pitch black. And this is my camera, or my phone's camera, and that usually brightens everything. This is with it brightened here. It was super dark here. And you can see out back right now, obviously it's going to be dark, but I mean, that was just crazy. Alright, let's switch it back. Yeah, we do have all those reports sent in. Feel free to share your locations in the chat. If I go here, feel free to scan the code while I answer questions. Back, what's up, Cruz? Liam, when do you start school? Tomorrow. I start school tomorrow, and I have to leave here at around 7 something a.m., around 8 a.m., 7 something. I think it's like 7:50. I have to leave, and my school starts at 8:45, and then my I get out at 3:50 or 3:45. So we should be here tomorrow to cover the back end of this threat. We will have storms that move through our area tomorrow morning. And we will have the afternoon hour threat with severe weather once again on the table. Tomorrow morning, I would say it's more of a strong thunderstorm, a special weather statement scenario, similar to this. But there will be, the clouds will peel back, we'll get more instability, and we'll get some more fuel for storms in the afternoon hours to kind of ramp up and become severe once again. And we just have seen 2 brand new special weather statements issued. And actually, I wonder, doesn't WXRundown have, like, we can put sounds for alerts or something? Can we do that? If not, we gotta add that, bro. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Can we do that, though? Does anyone know? Can we add, like, let me go to alerts. Alert option. Match radar time zone alerts. Keep. I don't think we have sounds yet. We need to get that soon, though. We need to get sounds for Or there's a new alert issued for tornado warning. We have a live user. We have Braden Severe tuning in from Kansas. Tuning in here from, is this, I do not know. Where is this on the map? This is by Kansas City, okay. So by Kansas City, we have Braden tuning in, sharing his location. Let's take a look at the radar for here. So yeah, it's gonna be relatively dry here. We got some scattered light rain. Also, if Cruz is in the chat, you gotta let me know. Did Ryan Hall have to take shelter today? Did he actually? I need to know. There was a tornado warning for Pikeville, so I have to know. Did he have to go take shelter? If not, I will go look back on his stream after we end and see if he did. Does anyone know? Storm passed right by. It's Kansas City. Yep. All right. I didn't mean to actually hit my camera or my microphone. Whoops. Slipped there. Also, let me know, what do you guys think about the overlay at the top? Do you like the overlay? I think I like it. Looks pretty good. The warning overlay shows all the warnings in our viewing areas, counties on us live. Again, this is a local coverage, so we'll do national and we'll do local sometimes as well. I'm here. I have no clue. Ooh, that was a big boy lightning strike. I know you guys saw that out back. I need to see that back on camera. That was a huge lightning strike. I saw that looking forward. So that was a big lightning strike. See what it looked like here on the camera. Ooh, yeah. That was a big lightning strike. That was big. Alright. So, and there's thunder. About 35 seconds after that happened. Right now, it's mainly our southern counties under that severe thunderstorm risk. We have one active severe warning in our two active severe warnings in our whole area. We have one all the way down here in Adair. And if you're tuning in from Adair, be on lookout because these storms, once again, are going to be riding the direction straight towards you. So they're going to move southeast straight towards. Internet is getting laggy. Is it? It might be. A little bit. It says we're doing good. I'm surprised we didn't lose internet. That was a very, very strong storm that moved through our area earlier. It's crazy. That was already like an hour and a half ago. Somewhere around there. It's good to see familiar faces in the chat. We have Braden. We have Cruz tuning in. And did this just get updated? I just saw this. Yeah, they have just extended that severe thunderstorm watch down here into Tennessee. So Tennessee getting on some of that severe weather action. Mainly anywhere to this is where actual severe weather is happening now. And they have went ahead and just removed that severe warning here. So if we no longer see a severe warning issued for our area, we'll wait for all of the warnings to fully go away before we get off the live here. But then once we do, we will end the stream, and tomorrow we will be back for more, most likely, just depending on how it goes. I'll most likely have another forecast out tomorrow morning, so be aware of that. You can watch that wherever you're tuning in from. You can see at the top now that it is showing this. I do like that. I mean, it's yellow, but I mean, we got Logan tuning in. Can you look at the severe thunderstorm in California? All right, let's take a look. Severe thunderstorm in California. Oh, we actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning all the way here in California. With 60-mile-per-hour winds and that quarter-sized hail tag. There's a lot of lightning in here. It's a pretty strong storm. We got some lightning flashes in there, quite a bit. Let's take a look. Their velocity doesn't show any rotation. Obviously, this is what it's looking like though. So it shows the polygon moving north. But let's take a look at how these are moving. And yeah, they're moving. It's kind of a train and it's moving north. Just like this. Velocity, not much. we'll take a look at the. All right, it's right here. What am I talking about? What is this? Alert arrival. Ooh, this is brand new. Anyone know about this? Alert arrival. It doesn't. Yo, that's cool. It doesn't show me that there's no places in the alert polygon that this will impact. Doesn't look like. I'll do that once again. No name places. Let's see what the storm arrival tool though is looking like. Okay, so again, nothing in the arrival polygon. Nothing in there. Check Discord DMs. I am not in that. I just wanted to see what's happening. So yeah, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning up all the way out here in California, and also to the north we have in Nevada. We have a large thunderstorm that's moving through. Doesn't look like any lightning is associated with it, except for very extreme southeast, and this isn't even in it. So, very strange special weather statement that I have put out there. We do have severe weather getting active across North and South Dakota. We also have here in Nebraska, we have another severe thunderstorm warning. I can't raid you guys. I can't raid anyone yet, because I'm not at 1K subs yet. However, I do want to say, after we do end the live here, that you make sure here, I'm gonna so actually I don't know if he's gonna be live again. I was gonna say go check out Will's stream, but it doesn't look like he's live right now to cover anything. He may be live again. He did say he was gonna go live to cover this, so if you're tuning in from that area, you can go check out his stream if he ends up going live again tonight. As far as our region goes, they have just revoked that severe thunderstorm watch, so we no longer have a severe thunderstorm watch here for Oldham, Trimble County, and this does go by Henry, Jefferson, Shelby, and then up through New Albany, Scottsburg, Lancaster, over there in Salem, Orange, and in Washington. Here we don't have a severe thunderstorm watch anymore. Off to the north, though, they have kept this. For some reason, they have kept this severe thunderstorm watch. I'm sure this will get removed, but it's most likely because of the storm off to the north, which could end up being the storms we see around 8 a.m. tomorrow. So actually, 12 hours from now is when we probably will be seeing more storms move through the area. 12 hours. Right around. A little bit less, a little bit more. But that's right around there. 8 a.m. Yeah, feel free to leave anything really in the chat. I'm here to interact the chat, talk to you guys, answer your questions. I'll be here. It doesn't look like right now, though, we are down to one severe thunderstorm warning and one special weather statement for reviewing. Actually, no. This one's clipping the corner here by Willisburg. Can you check Discord? Okay, real quick. I will do it real quick. Here. Bro, all I can say is, Brayden, just send them through Discord. If you got any reports, just send them through Discord. Yeah, just send them through Discord. To the south of Columbia here in Adair, we do have another severe. This is continuing. for the next 8 minutes. This will most likely get expanded. Something like this. Probably about a National Weather Service here in Louisville. We'll be continuing to watch that very closely. And then I don't think any of these storms out here will get warned. We may see a special weather statement, but I don't think we're going to see any more severe warnings. Unless this one does with 50-mile-per-hour winds. Can I be mod in your Discord server? We're not modding anyone right now. At least until that fully gets like released to the public and everything. Whenever that's fully done, then I will put it in my video. And I'll put it in my bio and everything so you can go join. You can go join right now, and I'll put the link in the chat if you want to join my Discord server. We already have Cruz, and we have WXRundown in there as well. We may have Will in there soon as well. All the good weather people. Storm Chaser Noah Miller. What is this? What is this? Shower thought? Why are thoughts? What did I just read here? Okay, I'm gonna switch it off. But yeah, here I will put in the chat. Alright, so feel free if you want to. You can join that Discord server. Alright. So yeah, feel free to join the Discord server here. Again, we do have 2 special weather statements. One of them grazes the county there. However, to the south, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to be south of Columbia. And this one's going to continue for the next 5 minutes. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail are the 2 main threats in that storm. And the main threat is going to be the 60-mile-per-hour winds. Added discussions chat? Maybe. We may. I'm not going to do like... I do the hurricane kind of outlooks, but we're not going to do any watches or warnings. As Will said in his stream earlier, it's I think doing watches and warnings, like, here's a Liam watch, here's a Liam warning. Like, no. I don't like the thought of doing that. Or if we're going to do, like, a discussions. I'll put a storm reports chat, though, in there. You guys can join here. I'll go. This is what the server looks like, by the way. Yeah. I don't know. Some people have put some weird icons. I know you guys saw. Some people put some weird icons as their messages. I don't know. Their servers. It's not really something I can do. I can change. Here's where the outlooks get posted, everyone, on the LS Cyclone outlooks. This will get updated quite a bit as we do new outlooks each day. Right around each day. Every forecast, at least. And you can see the National Hurricane Center has put out 3 different areas. The first one is the one we've been watching out here in the Atlantic with a 40% chance over the next 48 hours and a 48% over the next 7 days. And then down here we're confident that this is going to 80% in the next 7 days and 48% in the next, or 60% in the next 48 hours. What am I talking about? And then we have a new one that just popped up as of the last scan, as of 8 p.m. today. With a formation chance around 20% over the next 7 days and 10% over the next 48 hours. So the tropics are coming alive here. Let's take a look at the 2-day. You can definitely see those, especially in this region. There's thunderstorms starting to pop up out of that. And again, this was the area that was convection that was coming off of the Carolinas there. It's worked its way around You can see that that's now all the way out here, and it has a chance of becoming another named storm. I think whatever one I'll get crystal, I think it's going to be this one here. This one's at a 40%. This one's at a 60%. I think tomorrow we'll see crystal out here. And this will be crystal here. That's the next name of the storm. We'll see crystal most likely tomorrow. This is what it's looking like right now. So you can see that counterclockwise rotations trying to start there. And then the rain feeding into there. Thunderstorms starting to explode around it here on that northwestern edge. Same with the western edge as well. We see new thunderstorms will continue to progress through that. Pretty crazy stuff. Alright, let's take a look at the warnings. And now to the west of Indianapolis. They just have put a special weather statement out on this storm. And this storm has some more lightning in it. And again, this is not even close to our viewing area. But it's taking the same route as all the other storms have. They're kind of taking a southeast route. So this may once again, if it does, that'll be crazy. Impacts close to my area. Or imagine if it just dips south and goes straight into my county. Be a crazy, crazy day. Alright, so this severe thunderstorm warning has 2 minutes remaining on it. I almost doubt that they will put out another severe warning. I think they're going to put out a special weather statement. It's going to look something like this. Out ahead of it. There. You do have a severe warning out ahead of this one. And this one goes for the next 31 minutes. Here in southern Kentucky. This is out of our viewing area for tonight. This is our big viewing area here. Once again, there it is. There's a new special weather statement that has just been issued on the storm. Again, that severe warning has been revoked, so we no longer have a severe thunderstorm. We do have this special weather statement, though. Alright. Well. I do think we'll go on to it one more time. And the storms here, especially in this area by Campbellsville, very strong. They're going to continue to be strong over the next few hours. I think we're going to end the stream here. It's 9 p.m. Tell everyone in your chat to go to Fish a Cat's Live. I am not going to do that. We're going to end the live stream here. So I will see everyone here. Hopefully tomorrow. We most likely will go live tomorrow. We're definitely going to have at least a video out. If we're not getting tomorrow. If we don't go live tomorrow. Natebot has just timed someone out. Who did Natebot just time out? I don't know. But yeah, go feel free to go check out the Discord server. Go check out WXRundown.com, obviously. And also while we're in here, I don't know if Cruz is still here. Make sure you go subscribe to Cruz Haynes WX, great guy. Go subscribe to Noah Miller as well. And also thank you, Will Bratton, for providing the SPC Outlook images for today's thumbnail. Great guy. Go check out all of those guys. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning into the stream. And see you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace out.